Hey, what's up, YouTube? It is a lovely day outside. I just found out that my local park ponds have been stocked with catfish, so I've decided I'm going to put together a little video on how I make my catfish bait, and I'm going to share that with y'all. So, getting some trade secrets. Honestly, I stole them from other YouTube videos, and I've kind of created my own with it. So, I'm just putting mine out there, let you all know how it goes. I've got a couple of different ingredients here that I'm going to put into it, and we'll get this started. All right, guys, so I am here in my kitchen about to make this catfish bait, and I wanted to kind of just share the simple ingredients. So I will tell you, I have tried many different varieties of gelatin, jello, Kool-Aid, all of that sort of stuff. The one that I've had the most success with is this Starburst watermelon. I don't know why it works so well, but for me, I catch fish very quickly with it. So that is what I usually end up buying if it's available. If it's not available, then I just go with whatever jello I can find. Like I said, I've tried all of them, like blue, red, orange, a lot of different colors and options. But for some reason, this one in particular does the job really well for me. What I end up doing is I'm going to cut all of this chicken gizzards up into small bait-sized chunks. You don't want the chunks to be too large, and I will show you that once I have it all cut up here. And then I've also got some raw shrimp that I picked up at Walmart, and essentially I'm just going to mix them all together, and then I'm going to separate them into different bags so that I don't have to use it all in one trip. And I like to freeze it and then take it out the night before I'm going to go catfishing. So I'm going to get this started in the cutting up process, and I'll show you that along the way. And I'll show you the size of the chunks that I personally use, and we'll go from there. All right, let me get this started in cutting up, and I'll show you what I got when I have the chunks completed. All right, so literally all I've done at this point is I just took the shrimp, opened up the bag, and I dumped the whole shrimp in there. I do not cut up the shrimp into smaller chunks. I just simply use the whole thing. These are whole shrimp. They've got the tail on still. I don't think they've even been deveined or anything like that. And what I do is I just literally swoop these onto a hook a couple of times through. And yeah, but this is the starting point. I just literally dump the bag into the bowl. Okay, so literally I just took the plastic off of these. This is chicken gizzards, right? Okay. So when I go catfishing, I like to use basically just a one size hook, size one hook. Like it's not the biggest hook, but it's not a big giant circle hook. So this particular size, basically it's about maybe an inch by an inch, sort of. But this is exactly how big I make my chunks. And I like to kind of just cut these up into small enough chunks that they fit on the hook, but yet big enough that they're going to be appetizing for a fish. So, you know, I cut them up into this size. And if I happen to make them too small, I will sometimes put two chunks on a hook just so that it looks like it's really juicy and yummy. Okay, again, these are chicken gizzards. They're like $3 or less than $3. This was like $2.15 at Walmart. So I went ahead and picked up a pack of them, and I've had them in the freezer for a little while, and I took them out this morning to make this video. And I'm going to go in the afternoon after work today and get these basically soaking in some water and trying to catch some fish. So that's what our plan is. So literally just kind of cutting them up, and you know they're pretty flat, so you know if it's a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller, it's not the end of the world. You want to make sure you have a big enough chunk on your hook that it's obviously going to attract the fish. um, you know, this one in particular, it's very thin over here, so I'll probably just leave it and fold it over so it's like one good sized piece. But again, I'm just going to cut the rest of these up into chunks, and I'll come back when we're done with that. All right, guys. So I finally got all this cut up, right? Okay, so I'm just going to throw these all in the same bucket with the chicken and shrimp together, the gizzards and the shrimp all together, and basically they're all going to go into the same place anyway. We're just going to make sure that when we package it up, that we can get it all in the same bag. Okay, so this is about the point when it gets kind of smelly. Essentially, we're going to dump a ton of garlic powder. And I will tell you, this is the cheap garlic powder from Walmart. It's great value brand. It costs $1 for the whole thing here, and I'll probably use about a third of it, to finish it out. But I like to do it in stages. I like to, get this stirred up and get all the garlic powder all mixed in and get this all set. And I want to make sure you can see it. Okay, there we go. All right. And you don't want to abuse it or anything, but you do want to make sure that there is enough of the garlic scent and absorbing into the meat itself and the shrimp. Okay. And then, so yeah, just make sure it's all coated. You can definitely smell the garlic. It's, I do enjoy garlic in my food, but this does not look appetizing at all. All right. So then I take the jar of garlic, and I bought this at Ollie's. I want to say, yeah, it was $4.79 for the big old jar. And I've been calling it jarlic because, it's a jar of garlic. And I'm just going to use 2 big old scoops out of that. And this is pretty much what I use this for, because I use fresh garlic when I cook my own food. But I want to get that all mixed in as well, so that there is chunks of garlic, hanging on the meat and everything, just to kind of flavor it even more. Make sure that the scent of that garlic is getting out in the water when we release it. It may not stay on the bait, but it does. When you throw it out, it basically creates like a scent area around the bait. So, those fish will smell it and they get attracted to it. Catfish have an incredible sense of smell, and they are really, really good at finding stuff that stinks, like garlic or rotted flesh, rotted meat, that sort of stuff. Okay, so now we have the Starburst watermelon flavor gelatin, and literally just open the box, and I'm going to, if I can get it open. Okay, we're going to literally just dump the entire packet into here, and I like to do this in stages, again, because I want to make sure that it gets all the way around. Now, you will see that this turns everything, ooh, that's not pretty, into a green color, right? Because watermelon is green. I personally found that the watermelon flavor, I don't know why, but I have had the best success with watermelon gelatin, whereas other people swear by strawberry, cherry, whatever. If I can find it, I always buy the watermelon version, because I've caught more fish with it. I don't know, honestly, why. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but I have found that the fish do like the green watermelon. I'm not sure if it's got something to do with the smell. I'm not sure if it's the color. I'm not sure what it is. I can't exactly ask the catfish, why'd you like this bait? But, essentially, it just works. And so when I went to Walmart, this is what I found as well. And because catfish are just now starting to get stocked in our ponds here in our lakes, they're going to, be over the next few months. So I ended up personally buying like 3 boxes of this stuff, because I want to, have some fresh when I make my next batch of this. And quite honestly, the way I fish, this batch right here will last me probably 5 or 6 different catfish trips. And that's what it looks like. So that's what you're going to see. And then I'm going to bag it up into basically quart-sized Ziploc bags. And I'm going to have an equal amount of shrimp, and chicken in each bag, so that it basically sits in the refrigerator, freezer, and I can take it out as I need it. Now, I am going to use some of this afternoon, so you'll see that video after I get there, and hopefully I'll catch fish. Otherwise, this whole thing is for nothing. But I'm gonna put that together later as well as this video, and we'll get that out there to YouTube. But I wanted to share this recipe because I use this a lot. Okay, anytime I'm catfishing, this is the exact recipe I used, and honestly, I think I learned it on YouTube probably 5 or 6 years ago myself. So it's not a big secret, but this is what I personally use, and some people swear by other things, stink baits and different things for catfish. Some people like cheesy hot dogs. I personally have tried hot dogs and I have a hard time keeping them on my hook. So I ended up going to this, trying out different things, and sure enough, I was able to catch a lot of catfish on this. So I'm going to get it bagged up. I'll get you a last minute view of that, and we'll get this all finished out here. All right, guys, so out of that bowl of shrimp and gizzards that I cut up, we got 5 little packages like this. Okay, now keep in mind that I am only one fishing with this. This is my deal. I don't usually share my bait unless somebody asks me what I'm using or something. So I'll go fishing for a couple hours at a time, maybe 3 or 4 hours at the most, but this is more than enough bait for one catfish trip for me. And I freeze this, and the rest of it will be frozen. This one is just going to go in the fridge because I'm going to take it with me today. But I wanted to let you know this makes a lot of catfish bait with just about $10 worth of ingredients, maybe less, because I think I ended up getting the chicken gizzards for like $2.15. I got the shrimp. I think it was on sale for $5.99 for a 12-ounce bag. It's not quite a pound of shrimp, but I got the medium size, so you get a pretty good amount in one little bag. It's more than enough for me, and that's why I was trying to get these kind of separated out so that I can freeze it and not have any concern of things going bad or stinking up my refrigerator or anything like that for a long period of time. So I've got these in freezer bags. I'm going to put 4 of them in the freezer. I'm taking one with me this afternoon, so that's going to go. Right now, I just literally want it to marinate and do its thing and let the meat and the shrimp absorb all of the flavors from that watermelon jello and all of the garlic I've put in it. And we'll take it to the lake later today, where they just stocked over 500 catfish in this lake. And yesterday, so the stocking was yesterday. So we're going to go check that out later, and I'll put a different video up for that. But I wanted to share this recipe with you guys, and hopefully you enjoyed it. Let me know what your favorite recipes are. Let me know what your favorite things to do with stuff for catfish bait is. I've heard everything from burying chicken liver in the backyard for days, and then it stinks like, oh my God, rotted flesh. So, all the way to just cheese balls and stuff like that. So I'd appreciate leaving comments. Let me know what you're using, because maybe I want to try something different too. But this is what I'm going to use for the next little catfish season. I'm sure this will last me most of the summer. If not, I'll make some more when I need to get some more catfish. Anyways, thank you for watching my videos. Please watch and subscribe if you haven't already. Appreciate y'all, and thank you, YouTube, for letting me share my videos on your platform. Appreciate it. Take care. And I just want to show you my setup. I'm just using some very simple rods, medium action. They're not very heavy. They're channel catfish, so they're not going to be huge, but big enough that I can take some home for dinner tonight. Basically using a #1 hook, just a straight #1 hook. Got a little barrel weight, less than an ounce, probably maybe 1/8 of an ounce, 1/4 of an ounce. And we're only fishing so far out, so we're not trying to throw it all the way across the lake. And I'm going to use the bait that I made earlier today, and this is a bag of mixed bait. It's got shrimp and it's got chicken gizzards. And what did I do with it? I put it in garlic. Of course, you can't have bait without garlic. And watermelon jello. Okay, strawberry, or not water, Starburst watermelon flavored jello. Okay, now I am literally just sticking this on my hook, and I am pulling the hook all the way through so that it's sort of exposed, but I want just a big old chunk like that on it, right? Okay, now I'm going to throw this out and then I'll get my other one ready, and I'll show you what I'm using on that, because I'm going to use, oh, I just realized I did not bring a towel. How stupid of me. Oh, well. We'll have to deal with the garlic smelly fingers. All right, so I'm just going to throw this out there. It doesn't even have to go very far, but that's far enough. And then I'm going to stick this in the rod holder. Okay. And we're going to let that do its thing. It's already sunk to the bottom because it's pretty heavy. And then we're going to throw that out there. And then in this bag of magic here, I have also got shrimp that I did the same thing. Watermelon and garlic. And it's not, you know, it's got garlic powder. It's got actual like chunks of garlic. And, you know, it's some frozen shrimp from Walmart, you know, the little 12-ounce bag of frozen shrimp. And I threw this together earlier today. I made that video, so you'll see that linked here. But I'm excited because I haven't been able to fish for anything but bluegill and little bass lately. So this will be nice to have a little bit of a bigger fish. Now with the shrimp, I'm just throwing it on the hook. I've got it double kind of hooked and the hook is exposed. I'm not throwing it out again super far, but it'll be far enough that we get the fish's attention with it, hopefully. And again, same setup, just a number 1 hook. All right, there we go. We are in the water. And at this point, it's lazy man fishing. We're going to let the bait do the work. So, yeah, there we go. Okay, so either we've got a catfish playing with it, or there's another kind of fish playing with it. Oh, okay, so something out here is taking it. I know that. I can feel it moving. I don't want to take it too quick because, you know. All right, we got him. All right, good job, guys. Let's get this catfish. Oh, it's a good sized catfish, too. All right, so 1 for the shrimp. Let's get him up. All right. That's all right. That's a good dinner-sized catfish right there. I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it at all. All right, let me get some water in the bucket so I can reach down here and get it. All right, so let me show you what we're dealing with here. All right, this is a channel cat, and he's hooked right in the corner of the mouth, exactly where I need it. He's not huge, but he is edible. He's skillet sized. And a couple of these, and we'll have a good dinner tonight. So let me see, make sure he can see him in the camera. There we go. Very beautiful little fish. Farm raised, obviously. Okay, we're going to throw him in the bucket. We'll let him stay in there for a while. That was awesome. And so, shrimp 1, chicken 0 so far.